Josh is with us now. He's watching the Arsenal game this evening. What's the atmosphere like there, Josh?
Great atmosphere in here, extremely lively today. I think 70,000 people here, but I tell you what, there's 4,000 Arsenal fans away in the corner to my right, and they're singing loud and proud. And you think they're a bit defeated after the game at Old Trafford on Saturday, the way they went down very weakly, but there's a bit of optimism here, and hopefully they'll get a result.
What do you make of the Arsenal team tonight?
Well, I think it's exactly the right team. I think he had little option. I don't think Santos was going to play. Irrelevant of the shirt game, let's call it. But Mylan is the right call at left back. Not that he's been playing brilliantly, but Koscielny, I'm happy to see him in that team. I trust him. Mertesacker is a good player. And I guess the big move is Theo Walcott playing up there on the right. I think it's the right team. I don't think there could be too many complaints. There's not a huge lot on the bench. I guess there's Elshevin and I guess Shamak, who's finally got his first goals after 14 months at Reading. But no, absolutely the right team, I think, from Wenger.
Josh, isn't it just whether the Arsenal players actually believe that they can win the game? Because against Manchester United on Saturday, there was no belief in that team. It looked like they were happy to get beat 2-1. So the first 10 minutes on their body language will say whether they actually believe themselves that they can get a result.
Well, we hope so. I mean, I must say, just talking to the other people that are here for the press, for the newspapers, the radio, etc., it's quite a defeated attitude. It's hard to remember going away and watching Arsenal with less belief that we'll get a result. I mean, I'm sure the Butler has given his view on the Arsenal game tonight. I didn't hear it, but I know Schalke are odds on, and that's a bit worrying. You know, the idea that we're coming to Germany, we're kind of expected by the bookmakers now to get beat. Do they believe it? You hope so. There's good players in that team, and Walcott, Cazorla, Podolski, Arteta. You've got to think they're good enough, or they believe they're good enough to get a result. We've got to start better than we did against Manchester United, and we'll hope for the best, I guess. But you've got to believe. I'll go with positive. Yes, they believe they can get a result, and if honestly they get a draw, then I think it's a job well done.
Sorry, Josh, just to say that Arsenal now 3-1 to win the game after a momentous gamble down Schalke, and I'm firmly in your camp on that team. I think you'll get a result tonight, mate. Good luck.
All right, cheers, brother.
Thank you very much indeed, Josh. When we come back, we will be ready for the start of tonight's action. As I say, virtually every game starting at 7:45 tonight, apart from the games at Bolton and Crystal Palace. And when we come back, we shall consider what's going to be happening elsewhere. Don't go away. But let's make contact with Josh in Gelsenkirchen, who's watched Arsenal 2-0 up until virtually the last kick, Josh, of that first half. Will they be kicking themselves?
Well, an extraordinary first half, I think you have to say, because the first 15 minutes, Arsenal were absolutely dominated by Schalke. Schalke, just the front three of Huntelaar, Farfan, Holtby and Jones behind him. They were just absolutely overpowering Arsenal. You just thought, oh dear, when Schalke going to score? And then out of nowhere, Justorman made that horrific error. The header's flicked on Giroud. I mean, had Theo not rescued him and scored, I think you point rightfully a big finger at Giroud, because he was clean through on goal, had a lot of time, and he did it, and he did quite a lot to do. Theo saved his bacon, as they say, 1-0 Arsenal. And then Arsenal sort of settled into the game a bit, and I must say, the second goal was outstanding. And make sure you see that one later, because Podolski had put in a terrific ball from the middle, which Giroud has dived full length and put the ball in the bottom of the corner with his head. A terrific diving header. You don't see enough of them. And then Arsenal looked like they settled. You thought, well, you never quite know. They just need to hold on to half-time 2-0. And, of course, you never thought happened. Schalke, they looked like scoring to go to this first half. And had they gone in 2-0 down, you'd have said that's an injustice. Huntelaar, an extremely smart finish across the corner of the goal. Nothing Manone could do. It's what Schalke deserve. I'm sure you're discussing the odds. I've just had a quick look. I see Arsenal are still odds on here. I'm not quite sure. I can't see us not conceding again, and there's no reason to think we're definitely going to score again. So I think Arsenal will be lucky for 2-1, and I think a draw might still be on the cards here.
OK, thanks very much, Josh. So it's 2-1 to Arsenal. It's 2-1 to Ajax against Manchester City, but Mancini's going for it. Balotelli's coming on at half-time, replacing Garcia. More information about that in just a second. But